Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again. My living expenses have doubled over here in the Philippines in a very short time. Now, I'm not complaining. There's nothing I can do about it. But I thought this was something that you may be interested in. Okay. Living expenses are part of my budget, but they don't vary. I get these bills every month no matter what. Food, electricity, water bill, immigration. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like we go to Boracay every month. These are living expenses. Now, I don't have rent because we built the house. So as long as me and Marilyn's together, I won't pay any rent. But I got my electric bill today, and I thought it was interesting. They told us beforehand that it was going to go up. So this wasn't anything surprising. But let me stop right there because I almost forgot to tell you. We're not even going to discuss the reasons because it doesn't matter why they've doubled. Because they're doubled. Some of this stuff doubled before the war. Some of it is doubled after. But I've got receipts. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove to you that my living expenses, which is something that's always been low in the Philippines, that you can always count on being low, has almost doubled. So let's stay with the electricity. Okay, so last month my electric bill was $8,800. Okay, here it is right here. And the rate was 13.17 kilowatts per hour, and we use 669. Okay, this month, I just got my bill today. It's 10,231. You say, Cal, it hasn't doubled. Well, stay with me. This hasn't. The rate went up to 14.4, and we use about the same amount of kilowatts. Instead of 669 last month, we use 17. Okay, that's fair enough, right? But watch next month. This was really gonna shock you. Okay. Then we got the water bill. Okay, last month's water bill was 475 pesos. This month is 833. Same use of water, okay, and everything. Only the price almost doubled to 833. We already paid it. Now here's what's gonna really shock you. It's this immigration. So what I did was I just extended my visa for 2 months. I believe it was, what's today? Last Thursday. And I paid 5,220 altogether. That's including the express lane fees and, of course, just the fees for the visa. There it is right there. 3220 here, and then 2,000 for the express lane fees here. So 5220. So I said, well, where was it a year ago? So I went back a year ago. Just 1 year ago, it was 2,860 pesos for that same 2 months. So it went from 2,860 to 5,220. Now, a lot of you are thinking, well, what's the big deal? It's a big deal, guys. Inflation's crazy. Inflation doesn't always mean prices are going up. It just means your money's worth less. You got less buying power. Remember, this is stuff that is going to come no matter what. I can't change it. Same with the food. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we splurged a little bit because every now and then we'll buy shrimp. Well, we paid 600 pesos for a kilo of shrimp, which is astronomical. It's unbelievable. Now, remember, this, along with the electricity, seafood along with the electricity, along with vegetables and a lot of other things, depend on where you live in the Philippines. Because if you go down to Zamboanga, mangoes are cheaper, fish is cheaper, okay? But I'm telling you, I live in St. Carlos City. I don't live in those other places. So this is where you're going to get the pushback. That's normally 400, 450, just say 480. That would make your head scratch. Now it's 600. And it's only going to continue to go up. This is interesting, guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about it because, you know, cost of living always comes up. We're not talking about lifestyle. If it was lifestyle, I wouldn't even have made the video. But living expenses, which has always been our ace in the hole over here. Because when people say, can you live on $1,000 a month over here? You absolutely can. On the living expenses, your rent, your food, you know, your utilities and your immigration. But now, that's even getting thrown out of the window. Okay, it'll be real hard for me to do it because I'm spending about $800 a month on food now. Okay, so thank y'all so much for stopping by. I just wanted to discuss this with you. I got receipts. My living expenses have almost doubled over here in the Philippines. And they're only going to continue to go up because I forgot to tell you one thing, and I've got the receipt in there. My propane gas. And this doesn't matter where you live. It's gone up, okay? Because this is specifically tied to the war and the, you know, price of oil. But anyway, it went from 1,121 pesos per month because we replace that about once a month because we cook a lot. Now it's 1,691 pesos per month. I almost forgot to tell y'all this. This is something you can't do without. I mean, if you're a local, you can. Because, you know, they cook with charcoal and wood sometimes. Okay, and sometimes we have to do that when we run out while we're waiting on the people to deliver the propane. But foreigners aren't going to go for that. You're gonna buy that propane. Okay, now what was that? That's gone up 50%. Okay? It's getting expensive, man. One way or the other is basically the bottom line. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you, as a vlogger, I'd be amiss to not talk about this stuff. My cost of living, not my cost of living, but my living expenses have almost doubled here, man. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Even though my living expenses have gone up, the money I give back has gone up too. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Okay. Don't let this video discourage you. It's still so much lower than if I were living in America. I really can't afford to live in America. Not the way I live over here. That's the whole point. So when you hear people talking about, oh yeah, you're poor over in America. Well, that's the whole point of moving overseas and looking at your options. It's to say, I want my money to go further or farther. I didn't work 40 years to be broke and sitting around in a senior high-rise or old folks' home. I want to live. Okay, I want to be stronger. I want to be better. What's the point of even being here? Okay? I'm not making excuses. I'm not complaining. But I've got receipts, guys. My living expenses have doubled, and it's only going to keep going up. Pretty soon, I may have to make a decision. When it gets so far that, when it gets so far over Vietnam and Thailand and all these other neighboring places, I may have to make a decision. Okay, because at the end of the day, it is about cost of living for me. Okay?